fell asleep early, so I didn't have a chance to watch the Candace Owens after the fact interview. Candace episode 280, where she's talking about her meeting with Erika. I still have a cold. I'm drinking ginger ale. Ginger ale is good for cold and stuff like that. So anyway, we're watching. This woman came in playing the Hanukkah. I think it's the Hanukkah music because you hear the Aviv music for that they play, the celebratory music that they play in weddings and stuff like that. So that's how she started. So why don't we just play it from the beginning? So I'm like, no, this woman did not. So in the beginning of the show, she has a entry. She has an entry when she comes in with photos of her as a kid, and she has her own music. So she comes in saying, greetings from a group of people. I think Erika said the same greeting during her CBS interview, and I think that she came in here trying to be funny by saying the same word, right? So she said it several times, and then she says, "Happy Hanukkah." Lord, and then she goes in and she's talking about the defending statement. Who has a right to defend themselves and don't have a right to defend themselves? Lord have mercy. And she said TikTok needs to be taken over by a group. See, that's how she's feeling today. So she says she's not different. Maybe you are different. She welcomes everybody in. And then she goes into her intro where there's pictures of her as a kid. I've always wondered what was up with that. Why did she feel the need to show in her intro pictures of her as kid, waving, and the music that she played in the morning? But who, in the beginning of all her podcasts, but who am I to talk? She probably think that, the pictures of her as a baby represent something great. I don't know, but hey, good for her. But normally she has her own music when she shows the picture of her intro. It's kind of a weird type of music. I don't know where it comes from, but it has like this kind of... No, I wouldn't say that. Whenever I hear them, it's almost like a choir type of music, and it's kind of weird. It's a weird music. I realize that whenever I do watch Candace Owens and that music comes on, I skip that music. There's something about that music. I don't know. There is, like, I used to watch a movie, and I'm not saying she's this. I'm not saying that she this. But there is some music that you hear constantly that just bothers you for some reason. I don't know why that music bothers me. I don't know, something about it. I don't know. I guess it's a nice song, but I always have to skip it. It just reminds me, there's been some music back in the days, back in the 90s, There's been some like horror movies back in the days, like the Jason lyric and stuff like that, or the Halloween lyric, or the Omen or the Damien lyric. There's been some music, and there's been some other music that has absolutely nothing to do with horror movies. It's just there's been some music. Sometimes you listen to some music, and you listen to it constantly, and just there's something about the song or the music that just gets to you that you just skips. Again, there's nothing wrong with the song that she plays in the beginning. I just realized that from the first 2 or 3 times that I heard it, I always skip over it for some reason. I'm not sure what. I don't know what it is about that song. But anyway, not to say anything about it or the baby pictures and stuff like that. It's just the way that she comes in and stuff like that. And it's a cute baby pictures. I just don't know why she does it. And I don't know why I skip it. So I don't know. Anyway, so she goes in. So she replaced the music that I always skip, and she plays the I guess it's the Hanukkah music. I would just call it the Hanukkah music. I'm sure it's called differently by our luxurious brothers and sisters of that faith. But I'll just call it Hanukkah music. That's the only way I know it. So anyway, and then she started doing the dance as if the whole thing is hilariously funny. And I'm like, it's gonna be about that time. She gonna be on that shit. That's how I see it. I like this woman. Hey, how are you? She shall be able to talk about what? Would you be able to talk to me about? I don't know. Anyway, so I knew it was about to be she's about to be on that shit. I'm like, yo, Candace is about to be on that ish. So let's continue watching. So anyway, she does all of that. Now, so the song, she replaced her music with the Hanukkah song. So then she reprimand her people because a lot of people, I guess, was upset because with the fact that she wanted to meet with Erika. I mean, I don't see any reason why. Yeah, I'm in my robe, guys. Again, I'm just waking up. I meant to watch this last night, but there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm still getting over the flu, so it was very exhausting. So I'm watching it now. So anyway, apparently a bunch of people was like calling her a traitor, I guess, a backstabber from even meeting with the people. And she's like, what did you expect me to do? Just to not meet with the woman? Or you expecting me to just stay frozen for 4 hours and not have a productive conversation with the woman? She said, the reason why I'm doing all of this is because I want to know what happened to Charlie. She said, this is why I started this whole investigation. And she's like, I didn't appreciate the fact that they started attacking me as if I was doing something wrong. And this is just the first 1 minute and 45 seconds. So it is Erika and I sat down. Here's what happened. Candace episode 280. My whole thing is about this is that when I heard that she was sitting with Erika, I didn't think anything. I didn't think it was a bad idea. I didn't think it was a bad idea. I've been talking about them, I think, for the past week. I'm part of a show with Mel Smith called Watching the World. And Mel invited me over, and he talked about Erika and Candace. And I've said several times, oh, give me 1 second, guys. Now I'm hot. Now, first I'm not hot. Now I'm telling you, this weather is crazy. Give me 1 second. Let me open the door. Just opening the door. Hold on. So I can get some air in my room. One second. Can we please? Okay. All right. All right, I'm going to lay back down, guys, because, again, I'm exhausted. I'm still trying to get over this flu. It's going on 4 weeks now. It's crazy. So, anyway, and I said I personally said, hey, how are you? I personally said that if Erika is not careful, that is CK's widow, she's going to get into a massive argument with Candace Owens. And Candace Owens is giving Erika grace. That's what I said. I said, Candace at this time is giving Erika grace. But if she's not careful, Candace is the type of person that's going to talk about all her business. And if CK ever told anything about Erika, their meeting, their fighting, their kids, their arguments, their finances, Candace is the type of person that's going to tell all her business. So I said to her on a couple of live where I talked about it, I said Erika has to be very careful when it comes to Candace, because Candace looked like the type of petty bitch, excuse my language, no disrespect to my girl, even though she's not my girl, even though I don't support or believe or trust Candace Owens, but I do have to give her the respect that she is stirring the pot, that because I'm not a hater, that because I don't particularly think that we have anything in common and we would never get along, or you would never like me or talk to me. I still have to give, I'm not a hater, I'm going to give respect to the number one hater of America, which is Candace. Okay, let me behave myself. But you got to give her the respect because she actually blew up the far right when it came to this CK unalignment. She is pretty much one of the number one people that put fire on everybody's ass. So you gotta give Candace Owens at least that respect to say, damn girl, you blew stuff up, right? So I said that if the best thing that, in my opinion, that the widow of CK could do is just to go above the fray, don't address the Candace Owens situation, and let the girl do what she feels that she has to do, and then keep it moving. But then I said that TP USA and all the media probably going to Erika, because Erika now is the CEO of the organization, and tried to push her to say, okay, you need to do something about the Candace Owens situation. That she's causing a lot of trouble, she's losing us money, she's disrespecting her, you need to do something. And then Erika chose a side. She chose the company that her husband helped create, and she started pushing their narrative. And I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, because initially it's about, still grieving. I mean, I do agree with a lot of people when I said that she came out of, no disrespect, different people grieve differently. I've known fellow survivors who, the day that their loved ones was unalive, they were out there advocating in the streets to stop gun violence, to stop pew violence, to implement stricter laws and stuff like that. So I know different people grieve differently, and they have the calling to advocacy differently. So who am I as a survivor or anybody to criticize somebody? But it was very interesting to see that Erika came out of her grief a lot quicker for a public type of unalivement than most people that that we know. I mean, but again, I've seen other survivors come outside the next day speaking to media, screaming about we need justice, we need it. So she's no different than anybody else, but she's just like a bigger profile of person, I guess. So anyway, so it was interesting, and I think Candace Owens did mention the fact that Erika did come out a lot quicker. Maybe not Candace, but a lot of people did mention the fact that Erika came out a lot quicker and started doing speaking engagement. Her actions as far as the services was very interesting to say. I like to use words like interesting when I try not to be committable, meaning when I'm trying not to criticize, so I use the word interesting. But her actions during the services were interesting. Her first presser, where she was pushing like the enemy of the people, the enemy of me, you better watch out because what you did to my husband. I thought that was like interesting. I'm like, who's the enemy? My whole thing is like, who's the enemy? Who you pissed off at? Like who we mad at? I don't even understand who we mad at. Who are we mad at, Miss Erika? Because as far as I know, we didn't do nothing. Because it was like you and us. Like you have to be careful. So who you? So when YT women, especially women of the right conservative, when they start talking about you, I'm thinking of us, like everybody on the, anybody that's dim or left or black or brown or Latino. Well, even though Latinos, my Latino brothers and sisters think they're white, but you understand, and a good amount of you guys think you're white. But I'm thinking that she's talking about anybody that's not YT and conservative. So she was like, she's making people like, you did this and that. I'm like, we didn't do shit. Like we didn't do nothing. All all respect. And I stood on that from the very beginning. That's what got me in trouble. I went online. I'm like, look, we didn't do nothing to CK. It wasn't us. Look at you, your side. Don't look at us. So, anyway, when I started seeing she didn't address Candace Owens, I thought it was brilliant. Don't address her. Let everybody else address Candace Owens. Don't do it, because Candace Owens look like the type of woman that she about to cuss your ass out and reveal all your secret. So then when I saw last week that she started addressing Candace Owens without addressing Candace Owens, but answering questions, loaded questions by everybody else that are addressing Candace Owens, I'm like, oh, here we go. And I said, if I was CK with her, I would go above the fray. Don't say nothing to that girl. Let that girl continue her investigation. If they ask her any questions, say, I am not going to address that. That is CK friend. I just hope that what she does is she's trying to get answers, and she does not, disrespect my family. But other than that, I'm going to leave it alone, because that is CK friend. That was my suggestion. I said, because Candace Owens is petty as all hell. She will drag that widow. Yep, I said that. I said at this time, Candace Owens is giving this woman grace, because that's her friend's wife, a widow. But let that woman say one thing out of pocket to Candace Owens. Candace Owens is gonna drag this woman. She's probably gonna bring receipts and talk all kind of crap. If CK said one bad thing about about Erika while they were dating, it's gonna be receipts all around the world. That's what I said. I said I think it's a bad idea that Erika is trying to attack Candace Owens. That's what I said last week. So when I saw that they were gonna sit down and talk, I'm like, okay, that's a good idea. I thought it was a good idea. Why not? I mean, like, yo, you don't need to be afraid of Candace. Candace don't need to be afraid of you. Y'all better talk about it in the background, because it's about to get ugly. Because both teams are now trying to turn your whole team, TPS USA, all these different bloggers, especially the YT men. And I don't even understand the YT conservative. I don't understand how Candace did not think that she was going to be the Kizzy of the story. If you guys ever saw Roots, y'all need to go see Roots and look up Kizzy. I don't understand how Kizzy did not think that she was going to be the Kizzy of the story, the kitchen slave of the story, or I don't know if it was a Princess. The last Roots, where Holly Berry played the grandmother of the creator of Roots. She was half white, half black, and when there was a revolution over there, then she became homeless and poor. She had to go to the black church and marry a black man. Holly Berry. Hold on. Roll and Roots. What are you playing? Oh, Queenie. Queen. She played Queen. She portrayed Queen Jackson Haley, the mixed-race daughter of a plantation owner and a slave, as she navigated the horror of slavery, the Civil War, the Reconstruction, searching for her place in the divided America. Yes. Yeah, that was a very traumatic story, Queen. Alex Haley Queen, which is the thing. So I didn't understand. I said, yo, I don't understand how Candace Owens didn't think that she was either going to be Kizzy of Roots or Queens of Roots. A queen, because let me tell you something, the YT people, especially YT conservative white men, they will use a black female to their advantage as long as you know your place. Just like in Kizzy and Roots, just like in Queens and Roots. At one time, she knew her place. She knew her place. She was part of the white establishment. She was the face of black folks within the white establishment. She was speaking the white establishment, the YT establishment talking points. So they were tolerant of her. But the moment a black person or a non-white person start talking, the piece start speaking their mind and disagreeing with the far right conservative, and it's the left too, but we're talking about the far right now because we're talking about CK. If we were talking about Hunter Biden, then we would talk about Hunter Biden. But right now we're talking about CK, and God rest his soul. But all of CK people obviously going to see Candace Owens as a black face who is going after their agenda. Like who are we? they are less forgiving of a black face going after the agenda because they're going to talk about how it is a black face that is going after the agenda than if it was a white face going after the agenda. They're not happy with Tucker Carlson. They weren't happy with Megan Ryan, but Megan Ryan, I think she fell in line, so she backed up a little bit. But the disrespect that they're throwing over at Candace area, is predominantly because she's a black female. Like, she's a dark-faced Republican. She's a dark-faced MAGA. I mean, I think she gave up a MAGA role, but that's why they don't like that. White teen men, especially, and now white teen women. I'm beginning to find, I think the most interesting thing as far as the politicking that's going on is that I actually gave white teen women a lot more credit when it came to not being part of the MAGA brand. I thought white teen women were really more centrist, more maybe not Democrat, but more centrist than I thought. I'm finding it so interesting, and I'm being honest with you that I am finding white teen women. I'm finding white teen women to be their husbands, their MAGA husbands, like talking stick. Is that a good word? Yeah, talking stick. And I was like, yo, this is interesting. I saw a movie the other day, guys, and we're gonna go back to Candace Owens, but I want to show you guys this scene. I saw the movie the other day. It's a British movie. It is such a great show. It's like, and I was just so, involved. Oh my God, it was such a great movie. Okay, so you guys need to see it. It's a series called Lord Peter Winslow. Okay, so it's not Gordy Knight. It's not Gordy Knight. Which one is it? It's not Gordy Knight. It is Gordy Knight. It is Gordy Knight. It is Gordy Knight. Is it episode 3 of Gordy Knight? All right. Is it episode 3 of Gordy Knight? All right. Give me 1 second. You guys have to see this. You guys have to see this. When I saw this episode, it just, forgive me. Oh, forgive me. YouTube, hopefully YouTube, I'm not going to get in trouble with YouTube, but you guys have to see this scene. This is the MAGA women. When I saw this scene, I'm like, oh my God, now I understand YT women. Now I understand YT women and the MAGA women. I understand them. I could not understand them before until this. Here it is. Okay, now. Here it is. You guys going to see this. Okay, so this is an amazing series, right? It's like Agatha Christie Poison Pin series. It's Agatha Christie Poison Pin series. So there's this woman. It's called Gordy Knight. Episode 3 is a series about Harriet Vane and this Lord. Back in the days, called Lord Peter Wimsey. And they do a lot of Oxford, like old-time detective story. So anyway, to make a long story short, in this episode, Gordy Knight, there is a poison pin mystery that's going on where there is someone who is really attacking a bunch of females, Oxford students and professors that has come together to celebrate the finding of the Oxford School. Apparently, they were the second generation of women who were allowed to study in Oxford. And it was a big deal back then. You know, women, right? I think women just got the opportunity to be part of juries, and they were just being able to vote. So this was a big thing. So anyway, they're trying to figure out who is causing this poison pen, but this person has gotten such to the point where they were actually beginning, they were burning, they burned like a figure outside, like someone that looked like a woman sitting down, and they attack the writer Harriet Vane twice, where she got conked in the head. So finally, at the end of the series, they found out who the poison pen person was, right? And she, sorry, you know, sorry to reveal it. You guys have to see it, but she ended up being explaining why she did it. Now, there's going to be a lot of cursing here, so I'm just letting you guys know. There's a lot of cursing here, but this is the MAGA women. When I saw this, I'm like, this is MAGA women. This is why MAGA women, white tea women, are supporting their white tea men. Like, so I'm gonna show you this clip. Hopefully, you know, I don't get copyright. If I do, you know, I'm not trying to get money anyway. But again, so I have this piece is going to be used as a part of a discussion and about how I feel. This is about education, conversation, copyright. I'm using the copyright usage 1976 to play this clip for you guys. All right, so here it is. I need you guys to see this. Okay, so I'm turning the camera so you guys can see this clip. Here we go. So you guys gonna see this. Hold on.
With which you locked yourself into the cellar after your mistaken attack on Miss Vane. I imagine it was mistaken and that the attack was meant for Miss Devine. Mrs. Robinson.
Annie, we are giving you the opportunity to clear yourself.
There's a lot of cursing, guys. Here you go. Clear myself.
What is this? Some court of law?
No.
I'd like to see you bring me to a real court. Then I could tell the judge how that woman there killed my husband.
That's enough, Annie. What you've done is very wicked.
Broke him and killed him.
Mrs. Robinson, I'm immensely disturbed to hear about all this. I knew nothing about it until now.
You didn't give a damn.
But you must understand, I had no choice in the matter.
You murdered him.
I couldn't possibly have foreseen the outcome.
I say you murdered him. What harm had he done to anybody? He told a lie about someone who's dead and dust hundreds of years ago. Who was the worse for that? You broke him and killed him all for nothing. Do you think that's a woman's job? A woman's job is to look after her husband and children. I wish I could kill you all.
Annie, that's
Don't
enough.
You think you can shut me up, you cold bitch? You're the worst of the lot. You run this place. And you all stick together, don't you? Even though you don't trust each other. You can't agree about anything except hating decent women and their men. There's nothing in your books about real life and marriage and children, is there? Nothing about people who are desperate or love or hate or anything that's human. You brought him here. I know about you. I'm sorry. Why are you sorry? You're the dirtiest hypocrite of the lot. I know who you are. You had a lover once. He died. You chucked him out because you were too proud to marry him. I suppose you'd say you loved him. You don't know what love is, and you'll probably do the same for him. Well, what are you going to do now, all of you? Run away to the magistrate! I don't think you dare! You're afraid to come out into the light! You're afraid of your precious college and your precious cells. And you always will be.
Oh, when she played that role, oh, ladies and gentlemen of the court, I was like, yo, that's MAGA women. That is MAGA women. No disrespect to my MAGA sisters and brothers, but yo, I was like, I understand. You see, the women that are fighting so hard against civil rights and women rights and stuff like that, they feel that everybody else is not normal. They feel that all other women who don't want to have children, who don't want to stay married, who want to have an education, who wants to have a job, who want to have their own life outside of the biblical, like you have to get married, find Adams, get his ribs, and create a whole generation of people. They feel that we're not normal. And they are so offended that we don't think that their lifestyle is normal, that they are so angry at the rest of us that everything we do makes us the enemy. And I never got that because a lot of people kept on saying, especially us, we were like, why would YT women vote for Trump? Why would YT women vote overwhelmingly for Trump like that? Because he's taking away all their rights. He doesn't respect them. MAGA men doesn't respect these women like that. They want women, especially the conservative right, maybe not all MAGA, but most of them, they want their wives to be home. They don't want their wives to make more money, be educated, and be more successful than them. They don't want that. This is why we are in the problem that we are, because Donald Trump came in and said we could go backwards. We could go back to the 1950s, 1940s, 1930s, 1920s. We could go back. And the funny thing is, this show, it's called Guardian Night, showed by that one little clip that women has been fighting. We all know women been fighting for equal rights for many years, but even back then, you had a group of women who so hated the independent woman because they felt that they don't understand what it is like to love a man and take care of a man and take care of a family. And you guys are so abnormal that you disrespect us. And by disrespecting us, you ruin everything that we ever wanted. It was crazy. Anyway, that scene was amazing. Why did I bring that scene up? Let's go back to Candace Owens. So you have Erika, right? God bless her. Her husband was unalived, and she's very angry, just like this woman right here is very angry, and she feel that there's a us and them, meaning that you guys took away my husband. And I wanted to make sure that it wasn't us, black and brown skinned people, because we ain't do nothing to pull Charlie. We did not. It's y'all people that did something to him, right? But it just shows to me that the anger that she has with her lifestyle. Now, obviously, she's twisted tunes because she was supposed to be a stay-home mom, and now she's the CEO of a company. That's another conversation. She explained that, I didn't want that lifestyle. I wanted the family and to raise my kids, but because of what you guys did, now I have to take over my husband's company. Girl, you could have gave it to somebody else, my friend. You could have continued to be the widower of a famous man, just like a lot of the other widowers. Unfortunately, throughout history, they decided they were going to continue, raise their family, and then do charity and stuff. You could have done that, but hey, you became a CEO of the company, and that's not my business. So anyway, so when it came to Miss Erika, this woman that in this scene, she just woke up something to me. I'm like, oh my God, she remind me of what's going on right now, even many years. So we go back to Candace. So Candace now, to me, because she's a brown-faced woman and the conservative men, right, are going to be mad at her because they feel that who is this brown-faced woman coming after them? And she was never an ally anyway. She was always one of them. They're probably going to call her DEI soon. They're going to call Candace Owens DEI. If they're not talking to her behind her back, they're going to call her. But my interest is like, how is the YT women going to take Candace? Because Candace was supposed to be their brown sister, their brown-faced sister. She believed in the same thing. She believes in raising kids. She believed in being married. She believed in conservative. At one time, she believed in MAGA. How they were going to treat her. And that's when I'm like, they're going to switch up on her, just like their husbands are, because they believe that she's abnormal, just like this scene with this woman, Miss Robinson, felt that everybody in the room was abnormal because they didn't understand what it's like to be a wife and a mother and to take care of and protect your man, even if your man is wrong. And in this case, her husband was wrong. This is why her husband she's so angry at the women, especially that particular woman, because the woman was able to prove that her husband was a lying thief. All right. So to go back to Candace and Erika. So I'm like, okay, so we have two people, right? So we have the brown-faced black woman who was part of the conservative movement, who is now ostracized because the YT men feel that she's doing too much. She's asking too much questions. She's not being deference to them when they told her to stop asking questions. She doesn't know what she's doing. She clickbaiting. They talk about conspiracy. These are the most conspiracy men of the world. The whole group, MAGA group, is a bunch of conspiracy people, because this is why we're where we at. Because everybody else is the enemy and MAGA is the answer. This is why we're here. So it's just so funny and hysterical to me that all these white teen men are going after this brown-faced woman who is trying to find out who unalive her friend, who is also a white teen man. So I'm like, okay, so I'm wondering, what is Erika and the other women going to do? Are they going to go after her too? And so far, the women has been pretty quiet, right? The women has let the men deal with it. There's been some women on TikTok saying, oh, I don't know why she's doing what she's doing, but pretty much the white teen women has kept quiet. Most of them. Well, not all of them, really. Like I guess Mega Ryan would be one of them. Some of them I haven't seen as much as a vicious attack. Some attack on Candace, but not as much as the white team men. I think the white team men were the one that was the boldest to go after Candace Owens. So I'm like, okay, but what is the white team women doing, and what is Erika gonna do? Right? So at first, Erika, in my opinion, kept it above Frey. She didn't say nothing. But then I started seeing, okay, so now I see the CBS hosts, main media hosts are now really going to, the faces are coming after her. Fox News females are coming after her. Even the black chick on the dark-skinned MAGA, because actually, though, I always say dark-skinned MAGA because I don't say black, because the black experience is a totally different experience, in my opinion. And you can't be black and MAGA. You could be a dark-skinned MAGA, yes, but you can't be black and MAGA, because being a black woman in America, especially a black woman in America, being MAGA is an oxymoron. You can't do both. It's just, you can't. So that's why I call them dark-skinned. Just like, Candace Owens is a dark-skinned woman, right? So anyway, I see the dark-skinned women on Fox News. They starting to go there too and stuff like that. But the person I was really interested in finding out about, was she about to actually go there with Candace, was actually the widow. And she started to. She was like, tell her to stop the conspiracy, blah, 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 blah. And again, going backwards and forward, I said, girl, if this is going to be World War X. I said it on in couple of live. I said, if Erika and Candace decide they're about to go after each other juggler, it's going to be World War X, because I know that Candace Owens is not going to give that woman too much grace. I said she's giving her grace because that's CK's wife, former, widower. But if she continues to attack that dark-skinned Candace Owens, that dark-skinned face Candace Owens is going to show her entire ass on Erika. And anything Charlie ever said about Erika, she's going to come out with the receipts. Yeah. That's how I felt. I'm sorry. I said, I don't think that Candace Owens could be forgiving for very long. Because if she look like the type of person you attack her, she's going to attack you. That's how I felt. But she's been giving the woman grace, so fine. So when the woman started coming out and saying different little slick things, tell her to stop, I'm like, here we go. It's about to pop off. I say, I give it another week. They're going to be yelling and cursing each other online. So it was good for me when I saw, fast forward now, no fast forward because I've been talking about this for over an hour. It was good for me to see that they were willing to sit down and talk to each other. I'm like, okay, this works. This might work. Let me see what they have to say to each other. So this is why we are here. And again, and I'm sorry for just going back and forth. That's when I fell asleep. and I didn't get a chance to see it. And now Candace Owens decides she wants to come out and she wants to do a bunch of our. I hate to talk about groups that I'm not part of, but she started doing Hanukkah music and she started saying Hanukkah words, and now she's going to talk about what happened. So she said that she spoke to Erika, and it was her and two other people. She said she brought her cousin. Her cousin, she only bring her cousin for effect. I wonder if her cousin is dark skinned. Why is it? Why is it important to me? I wonder what her cousin looked like. Because she says sometimes she brings her cousin just for effect. So I wonder if her cousin is a dark skinned, angry looking black female. Because when you tell me I bring my cousin just for effect, in my opinion, unless her cousin is a white tea woman, and she said my cousin listened to Cardi B, so either her cousin is Latino or black-faced female. So she's just bringing another black-faced female just to sit on the side, just to shake up the room. That's what she said. I mean, she said I brought my cousin. I only bring her for effect, and she sits down on the side, and she normally just listens to Candace. I mean, to a Cardi B. I just bring her for effect. So yeah, I'm wondering if her black female cousin is an angry looking black woman, and she just do it just to scare the white tea people. She said it. I didn't. She said it. So anyway, let's continue. I'm not gonna because I'm gonna stop at a certain point and come back later because I gotta get ready to go to work. But let's continue. What time is it? Yeah, I have to get ready to get up and get to work. So hold on. So what's she saying?
What are we looking to accomplish here?
So yeah, so a bunch of them sat down. So she sat down with two other people, with Erika and I guess two guys. She named the guys that she sat down with. Please go check it out. Candace Owens. Here's what happened. Erika and I sat down. Here what happened. Candace, episode 280. Somebody did say on Twitter, and I still call it Twitter, that if they meant it to be a sincere meaning, this is somebody else said. I ain't said. Somebody else said. I thought the meeting was a good idea myself because this is about to be World War X. And I think the World War X may still happen depending on how they decide to move forward after this meeting. But somebody did say if they meant to have a genuine meaning of the minds of two the former the widow of CK and the friend of CK, and they meant it to be a genuine coming together of mind, and they would have had that meaning in private. They made it all public and stuff like that because it's just like a publicity stunt. Somebody said it. I ain't said it. Somebody else said it. And the fact that she's coming out and doing a whole show about the meeting, some people may say it's publicity stunt. She started the meeting saying that that a lot of her supporters was probably yelling at her and threatening her and say, "Oh, you going back? You made us. You sitting down. I guess you sitting with the enemy, and you're going back. You're gonna backstab us. You're gonna retract everything that you ever done and said and stuff like that." So at first she was making fun of everybody. So then she got into the meeting, right? So she said, "Hold on, I'll go back and see who the hell she said she met with. Hold on, who you met with?"
It was really just the four of us until George left. And
All
I'll
right.
be honest, I did not know. And Erika, George joined me just for the beginning portion of the conversation.
Who's George?
Nobody is changing their mind anything. Well, how ridiculous would it have been if I'm
So she's
obviously just kidding. Justin Strife was in the room.
Justin Strife.
Justin Strife and Erika.
Erika.
George joined me just for the beginning.
I don't know who the hell is George.
I can't betray people. I don't want any answers to the questions. I just want to ask them. No, this is the entire reason we are doing this. We've been looking at the situation going, why can't Turning Point USA just answer basic questions? So I can tell you guys that yesterday, for 4 hours and 30 minutes.
They had 4 hours and 30 minutes.
And you could say, you can ask us any question that you want, anything that's
So
on
they
your
sat
mind,
down with
which
her
I appreciated.
and asked her
So
any
you guys
questions.
were like, Who is they? It's the Jews, obviously.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Justin Strife.
Lord have mercy. She is, I don't know why she keep using the J word. What is it about the group that starts with the letter J that she, I don't know, is it disdain? Is it disdain? I don't know what her issues is with the J people. What is her issue with the J people? Haven't we, I mean, with all the hatred that's been going on for many, many centuries before Christ, after Christ, during Moses, stuff like that, didn't we learn that religion wars are not good for society as a whole? What is it about certain very religious, either Catholic or very religious conservatives, that they have such this anger and hostility for other religious group? I mean, it's almost like I can't, I'm not even gonna go there. We need to stop with the religious, using religious to unalive, disrespect, and hurt group of people. I don't care what part of the religious spectrum you are. It needs to stop. We are in fucking 2025, going on 2026. When is this going to stop? When is people going to be allowed to just have their own belief and just their own group and just move forward? Why is everybody religion is being forced on other people? I don't understand. If you don't believe in certain segment of a religion and stuff like that, just do your own thing. Be with your own people. Respect each other. Walk around each other. Do your own thing and respect each other's spaces and beliefs. Just keep it moving. Why is it such a big deal? Even in this small spasm of history, this small area of the internet, why is it this woman, who I'm guessing is a conservative Christian, I think maybe Candace is Catholic, I don't know, she has the cross all over the place, why is it a big deal? Why is she so angry at the J people? Why is there so much sarcasm in her voice when she talk about them and she joke about them? I just don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. So anyway, so she said that she sat down with George and who else?
Strife was in the room.
Somebody named Strife.
George joined me just
Hold on.
for the beginning portion of the conversation because he had that thing going on that was on the 15th all day. He was in a conference. And Erika. George joined. Any question that you want, anything that's on your mind.
Who's the person?
Which I appreciated. And some of you guys are thinking, who is they? Who is they? It's the Jews, obviously. Just kidding. Justin Strife. Justin Strife.
Okay, so you have Justin Strife, you have George, and you have Erika.
George joined me just.
All right. So anyway, let's fast forward.
And then I was getting attacked for asking all meaningful questions that was within their capacity to answer.
So she just did this. They all sat down. So they all sat down next to each other. They said you could ask us anything, and she said, "Okay, let's start out with the fact that I feel a certain way because when I started asking questions about CK, I was getting attacked by everything, by everybody all over the place." Erika went on to say, "I'm guessing that I did not give any messages to anybody to attack you, and stuff like that. All the stuff that was being said by different people, it didn't come from management." And stuff like that. So, and everything. And she said the biggest thing that came out, I guess, and this is where I stopped and started the live, is there is this statement in which she said early on that prior to him being unalive, CK sent a message to two people saying that they were going to unalive him. And I stopped because I did hear something about them, they gonna unalive him. Now we're listening to this, and she's saying that Erika at first had his phone, and she said that she didn't find any reference to him saying they are going to unalive him. So she indicated through, I guess, her spokesperson that Candace must be lying. But Candace just said that Erika did find the phone, did see signal, and did see that something to that effect was sent by Charlie. That's according to that's CK. I try not to say his name, I'm sorry, but I call him CK, but y'all know who I'm talking about. So anyway, apparently according to Candace, Erika did confirm that CK did send a message to two people that they are going to unalive him the day before he was unalived. So let's get to that point.
I told you, I definitely, my problem in life is that I can rise to anger very quickly.
So she said, so she rose to anger very quickly when she felt that they were attacking her and pretty much calling her to a lie. So she took I guess she's taking responsible for getting angry too quickly. Go ahead, girl. Ah! Now there's a commercial. What are we doing with the freaking commercial? Can we not? Anyway, let's continue.
Everybody at this time is exceedingly emotional, and they are communicating, and no matter what somebody says on Twitter, they assume that this communication has come down from management, and that's not always a circumstance.
So that's what she's saying. She said a lot of people was attacking her on Twitter, and a lot of people was getting upset, especially on her behalf. Ooh, that shit. Go ahead, girl. This girl, Lord. This girl already got 3 million views. Go ahead, girl. Oh, Lord, girl. She almost has 6 million. Go ahead, girl. I hear you. Make it happen, girl. Let me tell you some dark-skinned megas. Did she consider herself mega? I don't know. Anyway, this black, dark-skinned female. Go ahead, girls. 3 million views. Go ahead. I'm hearing you. We here. Let's continue.
Right away, which felt great. That, if you guys recall, Erika sat down with Glenn Beck. I actually missed this portion because I didn't get to watch the interview in its entirety. We were pulling clips because a lot was coming out very quickly. But there was a portion that was going around that was viral, and it was Erika saying that she had Charlie's phone.
Okay, here's the part.
That Charlie never texted anybody the night before.
All right, here we go. This is the part I was talking about. So we are on 6 minutes and 5 seconds, right? So she is saying that this is where I think everything got really angry for her because she said that Erika, I don't know, what was it? She went online? Oh, she went on an interview. And she went on an interview. She said that she had Charlie's phone and she didn't see anything on his phone. Here we go.
Saying that he thought that they were going to kill him. And
that he felt that it was going to unalive him. Okay, so she said that she was part of an interview, meaning the widow was part of the interview, which is Miss Erika, and said she had his phone and she didn't see anything that said that. Go ahead, girl.
That obviously reflected poorly on me because I was the one who said.
So the hatred fell on her, and everybody came after her because she said the widow said that she didn't see anything on his phone. And I'm saying that I heard that he sent the message the day before he was alive to 2 people. So that's where she's at.
That he did, in fact, text multiple people the night before. And then I went on Jimmy Dore on Friday.
So she went on Jimmy Dore on Friday.
I said, Andrew Colbert told me.
Oh, she sent a picture. So apparently this guy, there you go. This guy right here, I think is the one. Okay, you guys see the picture. All right, I'm here.
Specifically, that he was one of the people that received this text message.
So this guy said he received a text message.
I didn't get that from a source. I got that directly from Andrew Colbert. And then
the guy named Andrew Colbert.
Access to Dan Flood's communications said that Dan Flood similarly received a text message.
And Dan Flood received it.
Right away and explained, Erika said.
All right, so they both decided that this happened yesterday. So she's saying that Erika said yes. CK sent a message to 2 people saying that they were going to unalive him. All right, here we go.
That she has Charlie's phone. She's looking at his iMessages, and it turns out that he, like everybody else, communicates on Signal, he communicates on Telegram, and that those when she heard me say that, they then went and looked, and yes, that what I said was true. And Colbert received a message.
All right, so she said that he communicated by Signal. Sorry, guys, I have a cold. So anyway, they're saying that, okay, so now they're sitting at a table together and they all agreed that this happened. So apparently CK used to communicate in Signal and Telegram, and they found the message. Continue, girl. I'm listening.
The night before, and
She was the night before.
Received a message the night before. Now they asked me if I had actually like the concrete a copy of what Dan Flood got the night before. And
Dan
I
Flood.
Said, no. Somebody told me what it said.
Somebody told me what it said.
Almost exactly what Andrew said.
It was exactly what Andrew said. They're gonna unalive me. Andrew said that they didn't know who they were.
But they clarified that the message that Dan Flood received said the left is going to kill me.
All right, so here we go.
I can trust them on that.
Okay, here we go. I stopped right here. Hold on. Can we stop? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Let's stop. So, I'm going to stop right here. And I'm going to just leave it here. And then I'm going to listen to the rest of it, but I'm going to leave it here because here's the problem. Here's the problem I'm having right here. So first, you said that they said that 2 people got a message from CK saying that they're going to unalive me. That's all the message that you said. That meaning, dark skin, Candace Owens says that the message that she got through 2 of her sources that CK said they're going to unalive me. So based on this meeting with Erika, it is now being said that the day is the left. So now here we go. Now here we go with another bunch of conspiracy bullshit that's about to happen. Attack that's going to be coming down the raft because of the left. So now it's going to be said that the widower, and this is, I guess, why she was so angry at you, meaning the you is the Democrats and the left, that she was so angry and says that you guys raised some kind of, I don't know what the hell the woman said, but apparently, you raised the beast or something like that on the eve of her husband unalivement, that you guys raised the beast when it came to unaliving my husband. And you guys now, with CK, them saying that CK said the left in his message, because I would love to see that message. I would love to see the message, because apparently there's a message in single. All you have to do is just screenshot and post it on social media and assign it to a phone and let the rest of us know that CK wrote the day prior to him being unalived that it's the left that unalived him. And I only stopped here because when I heard that, I'm like, here we go. Because I want to hear the rest of it, but we are only at 7 minutes and 44 seconds, and all of a sudden now, after all this time, when they were talking about day, to the point where this dark-skinned female was talking about everybody did something, because she wanted to find out who they were. First she said it was Egypt. Then she said it was the people, I think she mentioned Iran at one time. Then she mentioned the group that is on the other side of the world that's fighting for trying to get rid of a whole group of people from the neighborhood of the land next to them. And I'm not talking about Russia and Ukraine. I'm talking about the other big war. You understand what I'm saying? So she has been trying to figure out who they were all this time. And yesterday they sat down and they said it was the left. That someone said that CK said that the people that was going to unalive him is the left. So I was doing a live the other day, and in the live the other day I mentioned to these people that the kid that unalived Charlie Kirk was a YT man, right? Somebody said that the YT guy went to college, and in college, this YTK all of a sudden became a Democrat because he had a transgender roommate who became loved ones. So I went looking. CNN, and a lot of people don't like CNN, you know. You know, if you like CNN, but I went looking about this guy. And it says right here, growing up in a Utah suburb, I'm going to name his name, Tyler Robinson seemed to be a promising path. He had a close-knit family, scored well in standardized tests, and earned a 4.0 GPA. I think 4.0 is a perfect score. After graduating from high school in 2021, he filmed a video proudly reciting a letter from Utah State University and offered him a 4-year merit scholarship. Smart, got a scholarship. He left the state school for just a semester, taking leave of absence, never returning. Now they're trying to figure out what happened to him. Ba 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 la 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 la. The unalive man. They said that there was some anti-fascist messages on the pew pew that was used. Mm-hmm. 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 Investigators said that he became more political in recent years, and they said that he lashed out to CK at a recent family dinner. This is what some people are saying. La, 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 la. But the message of the because we're including mixed message. They talk about that he used memes, and there was some illustration of video games. They said the video games had to do with a video game, Helldiver 2, lyrics of a popular Italian song linked to anti-fascism. His family says that he was very quiet. Political. He was an electrician. They say he wasn't very talkative unless he was spoken to. And here's the thing: a lot of people says here that he didn't really talk politics. Okay. Now here's one person talking about unless someone brought it up, the lecturers said adding that he wasn't too fond of Trump and CK. So this is where people are trying to get that all of a sudden he wasn't too fond of Trump and CK. But here's the but though. Right here, here's the but, because this is what a lot of us was looking at. Right here, the but. For several years, like his family, he was politically conservative and supported Donald Trump ahead of the 2020 election. One of Robinson's former classmates told CNN, when I knew him and his family, they were like die-hard Trump. The voter registry records show that Robinson is currently registered to vote unaffiliated with any party, although he never cast a ballot in the Washington County Clerk in his statement. Former classmate described it as the very, very big into gaming. He was into gaming, video games, design. He was into a lot of things. He was pretty much quiet all the time, probably a little goofy, etc., etc. At the end of the day, this fool, and the people were trying to tell me on the live that I was wrong, that this fool was a massive Trump supporter, and so was his family. He didn't vote for the Democratic Party. He wasn't part of the Democratic Party. At the end of the day, he became an affiliate. Okay, he likes using, he likes pew pews, right, with his family. Everybody in his family were registered Republicans. He lived in a Republican state. Goes to mostly Republican school. And yet they want us to believe that this fool, and look at this, and he wore, even when he did his nonsense, he wore the American flag eagle t-shirt. This is crazy. And yet everybody now trying to get us to change the narrative when it comes to this guy who Unalive CK and make us think that this guy was raised in a Democratic family, and as a result of that, the family, the people around him, taught him to hate Trump and CK, and that's why he did what he did. My whole thing is that if it was a Democrat, then the whole world would have gone crazy and blew up the entire Democratic Party, excuse my language, and start yelling and pointing fingers and cursing and saying that the Dems did it. Nobody was doing that because everyone knew that this guy who Unalive CK is raised from a Republican roots. And their family loved Donald Trump. We all know this. That's why it didn't become a big talking point, right? Because everyone knew the person who unalived CK came from his background. I had a family that came from his background. I had family that's similar to his family, CK family. So everybody walked a very thin line on it. Again, there's some people that was like, "Oh, he went away. He was in electricity school for some." I mean, what part of electricity school that changed this kid's mind? His shirts, even still, his shirts that he wore represented America. So there was nothing specific to show that this boy turned as a result of the Democratic Party. Nothing. Like all of a sudden he wrote anti-fascism. He was still part of a huge, die-hard, Trump-supporting Republican family. Right? So we're here. And I haven't seen anything to show me how this guy became all of a sudden a Democrat who wants to unalive CK. I haven't seen anything. Just the other day, he had Halloween with his family, apparently. They were all together. I haven't seen anything. But now you're telling me now Candace Owens had a meeting with Erika, and now she's saying that CK says that they is going to unalive him and that they are the left. So I'm going to continue to watch this interview, and if there's anything else that comes out of it, I will come back and do a live later on today, if not tomorrow, with the rest of the interview. But I just want to see where this is going to go, because the meeting again was supposed to be about Candace meeting with Erika so they could come to mind to decide how they're going to proceed with the investigation. I'm guessing how Candace is going to proceed with the investigation to find out what actually happened with CK. I want to see if at the end of the interview, if she and Erika came to mind into a certain agreement, what can and cannot be said. You know what I'm saying? If they are going to now escalate to another issue, or is Candace Owens going to dead the issue now that she got the answer she needs? I don't know. I'm only I am only in 7 minutes and 44 seconds. And the first thing I hear is that they are now revealing that the day in the Charlie Kirk question of who they were going to unalive him. They just now said, she just said that Erika said in the message from the guy named Dan that they referenced the left. And I'm going to end by saying the left had absolutely nothing to do with the CK unalignment. There's absolutely, I have no doubt on that BS. He was in a YT college in a YT state with a bunch of YT people. Mostly Republican, mostly Trump-loving bunch of people. We, the black and brown people, had nothing to do with unaliving CK. And I hope that stays in people's mind as we proceed with this bullshit. You guys have a great day. I'm going to continue to watch this, get ready to go to work. If I have anything else to say about this, I'll come back on live. But you guys go check it out. This girl has over 3 million views on this one video. Everybody want to find out what the hell was said. So let's see how far she's going to go down this rabbit hole. And let's see if she and Erika decide they're going to proceed with respect. Or if this is going to blow up to be World War X. You guys have a great day. Okay, bye.